In order to get the fan off, you have to loosen up 2 of the bolts on the water pump pulley. You're going to put a big wrench here on the fan nut so that you can unscrew these bolts. You only need to unscrew 2 of them. This one's been broken loose. Now we're going to turn the fan to get to the next bolt. You want to make sure they're next to each other. Do this one. Go down here. There's not a lot of working room as usual. Still not going on, so turn it again. A little more. Got it on. And you gotta hold this wrench over here with your other hand. Push this down. Push down on the socket to loosen up that nut, that bolt. Try not to turn the fan. Okay, I got it. You take out your wrench. You'll need that later, so keep it there. Just unscrew these 2 bolts. It might come out by hand, let's see. Now the tool I bought for this, for some reason the wrench part doesn't fit on here. It's always something. You take this part of the tool, see the holes? And you're gonna screw those bolts back in, but it's gonna hold this piece on. This will give you what you need to keep the whole pulley from spinning when you try to unscrew the fan. Now the fun part, trying to get these bolts back in and hold this big piece of metal. I'm gonna go under the truck and try to do it that way, because this is just ridiculous. It worked better going to the bottom. Since all we're doing is using this to hold the pulley from spinning, I don't see any reason to snug up the bolts. So just leave them, just get them on there hand tight, and that should be enough to get this stupid fan off of here. Get our wrench in there. This wrench is almost too small. It just barely fits on there. We gotta try to hold this tool here as we pull like that, and I guess that's it. It's off, that easy. Now the fan should come off. See if we can unscrew it. There's 4 bolts that hold the fan on. We're going to take those off. There's a new fan. This one of the blades was bent in an accident, so we're going to replace it to prevent any imbalances in the blades that can cause the water pump to fail and stuff like that. You need a 1/2-inch socket to remove these bolts. Make sure you put the new fan blades on the same exact way that these are on. So look at this, see the difference? Flip it over. See how they're bent down like that? Did they match? So you want it to go on this way. So put your new blades like that. Let's get these bolts off. Get all the bolts out. Take the fan blade off. Might have to give it a couple whacks. It's been on here probably since the truck was made in '97. There we go. Down the side. Put the new fan on. Get the new blades. line up the bolt holes. And put the bolts in. Bring it back in. It can be a little tricky and hard because it's kind of heavy. Slowly start to screw it on so it catches. Having a little issue because the clutch is slipping on me, so it's making it a little hard to get the nut on. Now it's on enough, you can let go of it. Just keep turning it. See right there, it's tightening up. Then when it stops, we'll go get the wrench, tighten it by hand. That's as tight as it's going to get by hand. Now we got to go get the tool again to do it. A little tricky because the fan blades are in the way. You don't want to bend the fan blades in any way. Now see when I tighten, it's going to turn, so you got to push this thing down, push down the tool, hold it, and then turn the wrench with the other hand. Get it tight. It's as tight as I can get it, so that should do it. Now I just got to get this stupid thing off of here and tighten up those bolts. And when you tighten the bolts, you'll have to put the wrench back on the fan nut so the whole thing doesn't spin on you. Careful, because the tool will fall or whack you in the face. I'm not going to show it in the video, but I'm going to put the wrench in there again and hold it and then tighten those bolts up a little more. They're already pretty tight. You don't want to get them too tight anyways, so you don't strip something out. But that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, leave a comment.